Hello everyone, and welcome to Song and Storytime with Miss Mermaid. That's me, Miss Mermaid. My full name is actually Rebecca the Millennial Abalone Sparkles Mermaid, but you can just call me Miss Mermaid for short. Normally, I live underwater. Sometimes I can even be a human, but as you can see, I like to be a mermaid. I absolutely love to swim. However, I have a lot of hobbies that are really hard to do underwater, like singing and doing arts and crafts. Oh, and reading books. I've learned that all of these things are much easier to do on land above the water, and they're even more fun when I do it with my friends. But it seems lately that nobody's been out. The libraries aren't even open. So I figured that I would share a few songs and stories with you here, online. I hope you enjoy this first episode of Songs and Storytime with me, Miss Mermaid. Our first story today is called Fabulous Fishes. I love this book because we're going to learn all about real fish. As I read the story, I'll be sharing the names to these fish so you can read them out loud with your older learners. Fabulous Fishes, written and illustrated by Susan Stockdale, published by Peachtree, Atlanta. Round fish, clownfish, fish that like to hide. Striped fish, spiked fish, fish that leap and glide. Sandfish, landfish. What? Fish that live on land? Kind of like me. Fish that flash their lights. Speckled fish, spotted fish, fish with tails curled tight. Shiny fish, spiny fish, fish that hitch a ride. Flatfish, catfish, fish that ride the tides. Fish that swim in numbers, fish that swim alone. No matter what they look like, they call the water home. See, aren't some of these fish just amazing? And they're all real. Which one was your favorite? Feel free to pause the video to take a moment and talk about it. I think that my favorite had to be the flying fish. They can swim and fly. I can swim, and I can sometimes walk as a human, but even I can't fly. What I love about this book is at the end, there's even a glossary with a whole bunch of fun facts about these fish. You know what, you guys? I think it's time for a little mermaid magic. This is my instrument, and I can use it to play songs. Do you know what instrument this is? It's not a guitar. It's an ukulele. Can you say that? Here, let's try this. I'll say uku and you'll say lele. Ready? Uku. Ooh, I don't know if I could hear you that well. Let's try it again. Ready? Uku. Uku. Good job. All right, this first song is the first song I actually ever learned to play on the ukulele. It's called Riptide by Vance Joy. I was scared of dentists and the dark. I was scared of pretty girls and starting conversations. Oh, my friends, they're turning green. You're the magician's assistant in their dreams. Ooh, ah. running down to the Riptide, taking away through the dark times. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. There's this movie that I think you'll like. This guy decides to quit his job and heads to New York City. This cowboy is running from himself, and she's been living on the highest shelf. And they come unstuck. Lady, running down through the Riptide, ticking away through the dark times. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. I just gotta know if you're gonna stay. I just gotta know. I can't have it any other way. I swear she's destined for the screen. Closest thing to Michelle Pfeiffer that you've ever seen. Oh, lady, running down to the Riptide, ticking away through the dark times. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Lady, running down to the Riptide, ticking away through the dark times. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Let's go, last time. Lady, running down to the Riptide, ticking away through the dark times. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you're singing that song, and I got a lump in my throat 'cause you're gonna sing the words wrong. Thank you.
It's high tide for a mermaid joke.
What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just waved. This next story has to be one of our all-time favorites, and I'm sure you might have heard of it before. The Rainbow Fish, by Marcus Pfister and translated by J. Alison James. Published by North South. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish. Not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple, with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. "Come on, Rainbow Fish," they would call. "Come and play with us." But the Rainbow Fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. "Rainbow Fish," he called, "wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They are so wonderful, and you have so many." "You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are?" cried the Rainbow Fish. "Get away from me!" Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so upset, he told all of his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would have anything to do with the Rainbow Fish. They turned away when he swam by. What good were the dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he was the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. One day, he poured out his troubles to the starfish. "I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anybody like me?" "I can't answer that for you," said the starfish. "But if you go beyond the coral reef to a deep cave, you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can help you. The rainbow fish found the cave. It was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then, suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare, and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I have been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. "The waves have told me your story, and this is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. You will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy." "I can't," the rainbow fish started to say, but the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. "Give away my scales? My beautiful, shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them?" Suddenly, he felt the light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. "Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale." The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very small shimmering scale, he thought. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you very much," the little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scale in among his other blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swim back and forth with his new scale, glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing, so it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right. The more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. Finally, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possessions had been given away, yet he was very happy. "Come on, rainbow fish," they called. "Come and play with us." "Here I come," said the rainbow fish, and happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. The end. Wow, I absolutely love this story. It has such a great message about sharing, but also to avoid vanity. When you're too busy worried about yourself, it's really hard to notice all the people around you. Now I think it's time for a little more of that mermaid magic. This next song has a message I think we could all benefit from right now. This is called "Don't Worry, Be Happy" by Bobby McFerrin. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. In every life you have some trouble. When you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy now. Ooh. Ain't got no class, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile. Don't worry, be happy. 'Cause when you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy now. Ooh. Did you know that the ukulele isn't the only instrument I play? I recently picked up the shell horn, but I'm not very good at it yet. Would you like to hear? Right? I need to practice a little more. Our last story for today has to be one of my all-time favorites. The illustrations are just magical, and I love this story. I hope you enjoy Pearl by Molly Idle. Pearl by Molly Idle, published by Little Brown and Company, New York, Boston. In the vast sea of blue, some mermaids watched over the waves, breaking upon the endless beaches. Some kept an eye on the great coral reefs. Some tended to the towering forests of kelp rising from the ocean floor. Some guarded the giants of the deep, and Pearl deeply yearned to be one of them. "Mother, I'm big enough to help too," she said. "Yes, Pearl," her mother considered. "Come with me. I have something very important for you to look after." They swam up and up and up past the breaking waves until the sandy shore stretched all around them. "This," said her mother, "is yours." She placed a single grain of sand in Pearl's hand. "Yours, to care for every day and keep safe every night." "But Mother," protested Pearl, "you said I could help with something important." "The smallest of things can make a great difference, Pearl," her mother replied. With that, Pearl was left alone. A wave of disappointment washed over her. She was surrounded by thousands of grains of sand. Millions, billions beyond counting. And here she was entrusted with just one. Her heart grew heavy, and the weight of it pulled her down, 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 where the salt of her tears mingled with the sea. Pearl glowered at the grain of sand. She clenched it in her tiny fist. Then, from beneath her fingers came a faint light. But when Pearl opened her hand, it was gone. Pearl closed her hand around the tiny grain again, gently this time. The sand resting on her palm had a luster to it that had not been there before. Every day, Pearl preserved it, polished it, and played with it. Every night, she protected it, and slowly, very slowly, it began to grow and grow and glow. And as it grew lighter, so did Pearl's heart. It seemed to buoy them up and up and up until it rose into the vast sea of stars. Pearl beamed up at it. It beamed back. Its light touched everything. It sparkled on the breaking waves and the coral creating new reefs. It glowed in the tides flowing through the towering forests and illuminated the giants rising from the deep, and it shone upon Pearl. The end. See, wasn't that such a beautiful story? What I love is that Pearl learned that even the smallest of responsibilities can make a huge difference.
It's high tide for a mermaid joke.
Where does seaweed look for a job? The kelp wanted section. Our last song for today is a classic mermaid song. It was originally sung by Jodie Benson, but you might also know her as Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Ready? Here it goes. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I got ooze-its and what's-its galore. You want thingamabobs? 'Cause I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call 'em? Oh, feet! Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down a, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? I'll bet you on land they understand that they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand. And I'm ready to know what that people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why is it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea. Wish I could be part of your world. I love that song. Now, I really do wish that I could be where the people are, dancing, walking down the street. But right now we need to stay home and stay safe. And so I wish you all of the best and thank you for joining me today on our first episode of Song and Storytime with me, Miss Mermaid. Have a wonderful day. See you later.